Dear Andrew, I hope you're doing all right. The best you can, where you are. I have been thinking about old times again recently. You used to love my stories of when I was a detective. Here is one you would enjoy from, I think it was 1972. Big-time banker Nigel Gillingham was throwing a large party for his engagement to what would have been his second wife, Grace. It was an expensive do, and the end of a long, tiresome case.
I can see why Nigel threw this event all the way out here.
Yes, quite.
Dinner is...
Oh, bugger. Am I late? Don't mind me. Coming through. Ta, love. That's some good grub. Could do with some salt, though. Apologies.
Dinner is served.
Are you ready, darling?
You know, a little nervous.
Don't worry. Soon we can get back to the hotel room. What's wrong?
It doesn't matter.
Any children to speak of?
Got one lovely lad. Just been sent off to Ireland. What say you two? Gonna put a bun in your oven?
Mother is always on the lookout every time we visit.
Got to say, this is a lovely bash, don't you think?
Quite. So how do you know the happy couple?
Ah, no, I don't.
Ladies and gentlemen, your host for this evening, Nigel Gillingham.
Thank you everyone for coming to this very special event. Of course, you all know I am the lucky man that has asked for this beautiful lady's hand in marriage. So let's raise a toast to my ever-brilliant fiancée, Grace.
Very lovely. Touching even.
Do I know you?
I was just wondering if I was able to borrow your pen.
I guess.
Ta.
Could you please explain to me who you are?
Certainly. I'm Detective Brambley of County Police, and I am putting you, Nigel Gillingham, under arrest for the murder of your son, Michael Hurricane.
I don't have a son, and even if I did, I certainly didn't murder anyone.
Funny that. I noticed straight away that the victim had a small hole just above his right ear, or as it's also known as preauricular sinus, a rare genetic defect passed down from mother to daughter, father to son. Could you kindly remove your glasses? As I thought, you have it too. Now, I'm not certain why you killed your son, but I am certain that is who he is. What strikes me is since the beginning of this case, I have been told that he was murdered by a small blunt object to the jugular, or, as I could say, this very fountain pen.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. You can't kill someone with a pen.
Believe it or not, it isn't too difficult if you have enough strength and anger, and oh, he did. You came to see your son, and what did you expect when you turned up? After years of abandonment, having to look after his sick mother, and you swan into this hotel where he worked with your shiny shoes and expensive convertible. Of course he wasn't going to be happy to see your face.
I'm his father. He should have shown me respect.
Respect should be earned.
Even if he was my son, you can't prove anything.
Officer, did you locate the sign-in book?
Yes, sir.
You're a successful man, surrounded by yes-men all day. You held a ball just for an engagement. Your second, I may add. So I ask this. Is that why you had the audacity, the cheek, the absolute nerve of it, to sign into this hotel with the murder weapon? Blood is red, but after a while dries to a nice dark brown. Now, would you like to explain to me why your signature from this morning with this very pen is written in half blue, half brown ink? If you could take him away.
No, don't take him away.
So, do you think we'll get little chocolate and coffee to end the meal?
A Quaint English Murder, produced and written by J.A.Marsh. Starring Robert Berry and Zain Ali.
Morning, lovely. Have you seen this in the paper?
No, because I haven't bought my paper yet.
Your city sarcasm continues to stick out in this village.
Well, I've only been living here for 10 years. So what does the paper say then?
See here. Teenagers in our village making graffiti all over the place. You should find out who they are.
I'm retired. I'm not about to go catching some bloody nuisances. Anyway, more importantly, is the mining strike.
I hope it's not like the last time with the 3-day week. I suppose you'll be supporting them.
I don't see any harm in asking for fair wages, but I won't be shouting about it. You know what they're like round here.
What's that supposed to mean?
Don't worry, love.
Well, that's 33 pence.
Have a lovely day. Now, of course, it's 1985 and I'm retired and living in this small village, as you know.
Lovely day.
Hey up, Vicar.
Oh, Brambley! You never got back to me about donating a prize for the raffle at the fete.
Oh, darn, it must have escaped me, Lettuce.
And we all noticed you haven't purchased any raffle tickets either. Oh, you never know. You might be lucky and win.
That's the thing, Lettuce. No one spends a career with murder like I have and believes in such things as luck.
Don't let them take it from us. Save the library.
You're not still here, are you, Daniel?
It's important that they don't close such a vital service to our village.
Indeed. However, don't you think it defeats the point of a library to be shouting outside it all day?
Ah, I hadn't thought of that.
Lovely morning.
Yes, before you ask, it is Yorkshire tea, and none of that southern rubbish, as you say.
Ta.
Thanks, mate. You know I'm just a landlord, not your chauffeur.
You can't possibly expect me to carry my cases.
Well...
And I'll be leaving early tomorrow. I've got an important flight to catch to Los Angeles.
That would be Kenneth's sister-in-law, you know.
Oh, the actress.
She seems a real delight.
Will you be going to the party later?
Of course. Got my special tweed ready. Will you be going in your usual set of curtains?
We'll see you later then.
Will you stop sitting down and help me get your party ready?
But I'm too old now. Wait till you turn 60.
You'll be lucky if you reach it yourself at this rate. Could you at least go through this wine and see which ones we'll offer later?
Of course I will, darling.
With less attitude.
Have you seen this one? It's the year we got married.
I'm surprised you remember.
See, they say wine ages well over time, but I just think it stays pretty much the same.
Well, I like good wine. I'm my mother's daughter.
That's true.
Wine can go bad, though, when it's tampered with.
They call that corked, dear.
Yes, I know. Have we checked that they aren't? You can never seem to look after anything for long enough.
Oh, is that the time? I should be at the village council meeting.
I thought you weren't going today.
I've changed my mind. See you later. Mwah.
First off, an apology from Lord Potts, who cannot attend today because he is very busy organising his party later. So I will be running the community meeting instead. Anyway, the important agenda is the village fete this week. We have almost reached our fundraising goal.
Sorry I'm late. I just have to have my bacon butty like.
Right, so lettuce. Oh, who is it now? Can't you see I'm trying to run this meeting?
Not very well by the looks of things.
Kenneth, I didn't think you were coming.
I found myself the time. Now don't let me take over. Continue.
Oh, okay. So, as I was saying, Lettuce, we all thought you should draw the raffle.
Oh, how lovely. But I couldn't. You are the people that have put in such effort for this glorious weekend to come.
That is very kind of you. Nevertheless, we've chosen you to do it.
Hold on, Vicar. I reckon if Lettuce doesn't fancy it this year, we should ask our famous detective friend to join in for once. What do you reckon, Brambley?
Go on, mate.
All righty then.
Now, what about the library?
Oh, now let's be nice. He's just trying to help save a much-needed public resource.
Why is that fate money not going to that?
There are more important things to fund at this moment.
Didn't it used to get private funding?
I think you're mistaken.
Brambley does have a point, you know.
If my pub was low on funding, I wouldn't be asking others to help.
The pub isn't a public service, though.
It is for some.
Continue, Vicar.
Right then. Next on the agenda...
The cake.
I hope he likes it.
You weren't meant to bring it till later.
Yes, but I got a phone call to say it was ready.
But what if he sees it?
Let's be honest, he already knows about it.
Yes, great surprise this is.
This food looks nice.
You'll get some later.
Is Alison around?
Just in the lounge, I think.
Thank you. I will see you later.
Checkmate.
Blimey, you've done it again. How did you do that?
If I told you, I wouldn't always win.
Then he wouldn't be able to brag about it.
Nicky, come to visit your gran?
Yeah, she's still hanging in there.
Tart for another perfect cup of tea this morning.
Sam. That's the good stuff. Not the Yorkshire rubbish you drink.
I'm not going to hear any more against my tea.
It was good to see you two again.
She's a lovely girl.
Now, back to me winning this game.
You just can't help being a detective, can you?
Pardon?
You need to win. Do you ever think you left too early?
I left at the right time. Those days are far behind me. I'll stick to chess, like.
Brambley's here again.
He visits a lot.
Does Brendan not have any family visit?
They're all still in Ireland.
Poor guys. They must be as lonely as each other.
Looks like a bit of a queue at the bank today.
If you're completely certain, Kenneth, then I can contact them today for you.
Yes, Kieran. I've made up my mind. I want this over and done with.
I'll let you know at the party later. Happy birthday, by the way.
Thanks. See you later.
Next. Hello, sir.
Hey up, love. I've been struggling recently with staying away from the bottle. It's been about 18 months now since I've had a drink. It's hard to know where I fit in with this village, really. Just need to take each day as it comes, I suppose. You've never met him, but Brendan says aye.
Stop worrying, Audrey, and come enjoy the party. I'm sure the kitchen staff know what they're doing.
I know. I just want to make sure your father's birthday goes smoothly. It's a big one. Be careful with those cheese knives, they're very valuable.
Right, come on. I think we can leave everyone to it.
Hello, welcome. Thank you for coming. It's great to see you. Mr. Price.
Have you seen the news? More strikes. Crikey, not again, surely.
Word in the house is Thatcher will sort it out. Put them Yorkshire men in check.
Jolly good.
I have something else to ask you.
Jobbins, how are you this evening?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you, Vicar.
I'm sure she's around here somewhere.
Make sure you don't say a word.
Of course.
It all went through, so it should be sorted.
There you are.
Can we talk about this later? It's my birthday.
But what would Mum say?
Bugger off and enjoy yourself, probably. Now, where's my wife?
This is where you are.
Oh.
Come on, let's go back. The cake will be out soon.
I think you would both rather I stay here out of the way.
Keep going.
Where are we going?
Now, sit here. We have a surprise.
So is everyone ready? It's the big one, dear.
But you don't have to keep reminding me.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Careful, girl.
Happy birthday, Lord Kenneth. Happy birthday to you.
Oh!
He's been stabbed.
What?
Sorry I'm late. Hope I didn't miss anything.
Preliminary forensics report, sir.
Sir, the murder victim is still inside. The crime scene has been cordoned off, and the immediate family and friends are in the conservatory.
I have to warn you, the retired detective Randolph Brambley was a guest at the party.
Brambley? Inside?
Yes, sir.
It's just so awful.
Will you shut it, girl? He was my husband.
Now, let's not be too hostile. A very terrible thing has happened tonight, and we just have to wait for God's guidance.
Yes, of course. Sorry, Vicar.
Rubbish. God isn't going to help us with anything.
But no need to worry. We're lucky to have the great Detective Brambley with us.
Lucky?
What does that mean?
Don't worry, I'm sure he didn't mean it that way.
Well, lucky for the sake of justice.
I asked them to give me a moment with you alone. It's an honour to meet you, Detective.
You're the detective here, son. I've just prepared the scene for you.
You can't go.
So, your first murder then. Why did City send you?
I'm the only one on duty, but Chief thinks I'm ready to step up.
Well then, you'll have to step up fast, son. You have a room of people closest to the victim. It's now your job to reassure them and determine what you can from your first impressions. I am retired, okay? Those years of detection are behind me.
What did happen? Because as I recall, you retired early.
I think it's best you don't leave them any longer.
I think this is terrible. Just terrible.
Careful!
Sorry?
I think he needs some water.
I think he would have thought about that before he drank the whole cupboard.
Don't worry, I'll get him home.
You can carry him home in just a moment, Professor. The detective has a few words.
Good evening, I'm Detective Matthews. I should start by saying I'm very sorry for your loss. We are, however, treating Lord Potts' death as suspicious. Yeah, so if you could remain in the village until the end of the investigation.
I have to be in Florida soon for an audition on the weekend.
Trust the
You can't think it was one of us.
Would say
What
that.
will they say at school?
I really do have to get to America
What
soon.
are you insinuating?
Quiet!
What are your opinions on this, Brambley?
I think it's important to listen to the detective.
Aren't you going to help?
Thank you, love. But as I have already said, I'm retired.
Screw that! You have to help us, please! I need to know who killed my husband! Look, we're friends with the great detective Bramley. That has to count for something.
It seems as though you have given me little choice.
So you'll help?
It appears my past is coming back to haunt me now. I somehow agree to help this poor family find the killer. I hope it all goes well. What's the worst that can happen? Miss your lot, son. Love from Randolph Brambley.
You've been listening to A Quaint English Murder, produced and written by J.A.Marsh. Brambley, Robert Berry. Detective Matthews, Zain Ali. Lord Potts, Kith Van Bucklen. Mrs. Potts, Paula Hawkins. Annabel Potts, Anna Locke. Miss Niven, Helen Minassian. Daniel Potts, Toby Roberts. Professor Jobbins, James Band. Reverend Green, Phil Wallace. Miss Cryer, Scarlett Bobby. Mr. Price, Martin Lovell. Rebecca Small, Madeline McQueen. Lettuce, Maggie Morgan. Brendan, Daniel Summers. Catty, Gail Taplin. Nikki, Nicole Knott. Neil, Glenn Hanna. Gary, Luke Foster. Bridget, Marie Watson. Nurse, Samantha Inman. Police Officer, Joanna Adfer. Bank Assistant, Aofi O'Neill. Bin Man, Simon Flynn. Forensics Officer, Nigel, Damien Zondergaard. Gentleman, Oliver Rosenbell. Lady, April Heisenkite. Grace, Olivia Bisaspska. Taxi Driver, Tony Packman. Music, Kevin MacLeod. For more information, visit marshsites.wixsite.com/A Quaint English Murder. Thank you.